I need to start this review by saying that I do not play Mario games because I completely suck at them. I do play Mario Kart and I do love it, but when it comes to Nintendo properties, I was more of a Pokemon and the Star Fox boy. I'm simply letting you guys know this because this review is completely unbiased. The Super Mario Bros. Movie is about Nintendo's most famous IP, and for me was a very interesting film to watch. Because not only do I know that this is a Super Mario Bros. Film made for kids and fans of the game, but also I'm a big lover of animation who understands that animation films can be bigger than what they could be. Is the Super Mario Bros. Movie the most incredible animated film out there? No. But I think we kind of all knew that going in. But I'm still glad that this film exists, and I had a fun time. Hi there, it's me, The Average Critic. Make sure to smash that thumbs up button for more great content, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell, and let's talk about Super Mario Bros. The movie. A film to start Nintendo's future in films. Obviously, there is a bit of a spoiler warning. I won't go into many details, but a spoiler warning is in effect. So let's get the cast out of the way, as this was this film's biggest controversial problem when the film was announced. First, let's talk about the best of the voice cast. Naturally, Jack Black was a standout for casting. We all saw it from the trailers, and he delivers a fun and great voice for Bowser. Also, Charlie Day as Luigi does an amazing job. Both these actors are putting on a voice and are doing some form of voice acting, and it's wonderful to watch. They are funny, energetic, and wonderful to listen to. Anna Taylor-Joy is fine as Princess Peach. She's not bad, but she's not doing anything to necessarily stand out. Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, who a lot of people thought it was a brilliant casting choice. Some of us thought it was absolutely diabolical, but he is actually putting on some voice acting chops in this work. It still sounds exactly like him, but the energy coming from him is actually amazing. Compared to something like his work on The Lion King, this is a definite improvement. I do think he could have done more, but considering it's Seth Rogen, I was pleasantly surprised how much energy he put into his performance. The rest of the supporting cast also do a great job, minus Fred Armisen, I hope I'm saying that name correctly, as Cranky Kong. I mean, you're playing a character called Cranky Kong, and he doesn't really sound cranky. And of course, we do have to mention the lead that was Chris Pratt as Mario. Look, let's be honest, I was like everyone else, I thought Chris Pratt was a horrible casting choice. For everyone who said why didn't they just cast Charles Martinet, who plays him in the video games, that voice is so iconic and a very specific voice. And just because it works in the games, it doesn't necessarily work in a feature-length film. And that voice would have got very annoying very fast. So for that, I'm actually grateful that they didn't do that. But Chris Pratt is fine. He's putting on a voice, well, more like an accent. In interviews, he was really selling it that it would be this incredible voice, but really, it's just an Italian-American accent, and to be fair, it works, I guess. Chris Pratt does a relatively good job as Mario. It's nothing as diabolical as we thought it was going to be, but I still don't think it's necessarily the most perfect thing ever. Also, I don't know why they didn't showcase the voice he was using in the trailers, because he sounds nothing like he sounded in the trailers, and I can't think why. Seriously, if someone can mention this or talk about this in the comment section, because I really can't understand why they just didn't use the voice he used in the trailers. It would have sold the movie way more and made people probably not as harsh to him. I also want to say that I kind of barely watch films by Illumination. I probably need to do more reviews on these guys because I am generally not impressed by their films. But holy god, the animation in this film is gorgeous! It's colourful and it really captures the world, character and style that this film needed. The animation in this film is definitely one of the best things going for it, and it is even putting some of the Disney movies to shame. One thing that the Super Mario games are known for is of course the music, and the original score by Brian Taylor in this film is actually really good. He had a lot of weight on his shoulders taking these amazing well-known scores and tweaking them to fit an animated movie, and it is nothing short of amazing. Even someone like me, who probably has only ever played one original Mario game, I loved hearing all the familiar music. Although I do have to say that I loved hearing a very specific theme from Luigi's phone at the start of the movie. Listen closely, if you know, it's absolutely brilliant. But something for me that really drags this film down is its use of famous 80s pop songs, which are horribly placed. For a franchise that is known for such iconic music, to suddenly have Thunderstruck by AC/DC play is tonally awful, and it feels like a crappy kids film that has to have a cheesy soundtrack to sell. This is something that didn't work back in 2000, and it just needs to die. Please, I beg you, Hollywood, stop putting popular songs in animation. It even ends with Mr. Blue Sky, which is funny because, you know, this film has Chris Pratt in it. But it has that song at the end of the movie, and it just left a really bad taste in my mouth. It brought me completely out of the experience, and I don't see why they just couldn't use the original music that this incredible franchise is known for. Look, all these songs are amazing. For the record, I actually have all these songs on my Spotify list, and I love them all individually. But they are so unnecessary, and it does not fit with this film at all. Now, with all these little problems, I kind of kept thinking, should I even care? I mean, it's a Super Mario Bros. Movie. What was I expecting? Do you think I was going to be shedding a tear and it was going to have really strong themes? I mean, sure, no. But considering the Lego Movie, another film about a famous property that at first just seems to be some funny, silly adventure movie, at the end it becomes something truly beautiful and amazing. So I can't just give the Super Mario Bros. A free pass for that reason. The Lego Movie did it, so really, you should do it. I also do believe that just because your film is made for kids, that doesn't mean you shouldn't try something that is truly meaningful. If you think that just because your film is made for kids doesn't mean that you shouldn't try, then you really shouldn't be making movies, in my opinion. But considering their track record, coming from a company like Illumination, perhaps they could have predicted this. But despite it all, the characters in this film, while are fun, they could feel way more fleshed out. I love Mario and Luigi's bond, and it is actually something I love from the games, but from a story perspective, it doesn't even try. Their dynamic is easily the best thing in the movie, and you don't get enough of it. It sounds silly, but we never get much downtime to get to know our characters. At the most, we get a slight backstory with Princess Peach, but it's over in 5 minutes. It's so strange because I love all these tiny references to the games, and its constant ongoing action is actually really awesome. Especially with the final action sequence being absolutely incredible, it was so much fun. But by God, I just wanted these characters to sit down and talk and give this film some weight. Now look, is this film enjoyable? Absolutely. Grab some popcorn, sit back, and have a laugh with a character that is loved by all ages. Is it the most greatest video game adaptation in the world? Heck no, but it was never going to be. And so, even though I was underwhelmed by this film, I was also incredibly overwhelmed at this film because it could have been a lot worse. But what we got was actually pretty amazing. And to say right here that a Super Mario Bros. Film was fun and enjoyable is actually an amazing thing. Even some of the cast surprised me. I did not expect incredible acting chops from people like Seth Rogen and even Charlie Day. But considering some of the amazing properties that Nintendo own, perhaps there is a possibility of a Star Fox, Zelda, or even a Metroid film. It could be in the future, and that is an incredible thing. So even though this film isn't perfect, I'm really glad I watched it because it will make money, and who knows what other films could come after it. Never before have I wanted a film to be so successful because the future for Nintendo film products is certainly looking bright. So after all that, it gets my professional rating of 6 out of 10. But considering what this film might mean for the future, and considering how bad it could have been, it's going to get my personal rating of 7 out of 10. Stunning animation, great original score, some standout performances, and hopefully offers more success towards me seeing an animated Star Fox film. It's gotta happen, guys, it's gotta happen. Honestly, if anything, Zelda. How amazing would a Zelda film be? Anyway, I digress. So thank you so much for joining me in this video. Let me know in the comments section what you thought of the Super Mario Bros. Movie. And if you enjoyed this video, why not subscribe to the channel as I do weekly content on all things animated. And make sure to catch me on all my social media platforms as well. But thank you for joining me in this video, and I will see you all in the next one.